Hey guys, Pojo here. Yesterday I've posted my build about my discharging flicker striker, and if you're a lazy reader or are just interested, here's the video. So basically we just use flicker strike, flicker around, and with cost 1 damage taken we get power charges and endurance charges together with the frenzy charges we get from blood rage, so we can keep flickering, and then we discharge. So first of all we have the flicker strike. It's linked with melee physical damage and melee damage on full life. Multi-strike, so we flickered 3 times for 1 frenzy charge that is used. And melee splash, so we hit whole groups of mobs, because otherwise our damage will be higher, but we would have 1 minute to clear a whole screen of mobs just because we can only hit one at a time. Then there's the blood rage, which is costed before we go in the map, an area, a room, whatever, or if it runs out, but it should not. 12 seconds is enough. My certain socket layout just doesn't allow for an increased duration. This would be a little bit easier, it's like 20 seconds then, but yeah. Then there's the first cost 1 damage taken. It stays in level 1, so the combination goes off as much as possible. It's an enduring cry, an increased area of effect, so maybe we get 1 or 2 endurance charges more because it could hit another mob group. And vulnerability. You could switch this to enfeeble if you're scared of the damage, but at the moment I just want to deal more damage, and enfeeble would make that I get less damage, which would trigger less endurance charges, less power charges, and less discharges, so that's fine for me at the moment. Here we have the second cost 1 damage taken. It's linked with Nice Spear, which can stay level 1 as well. Greater multiple projectiles. I just use this so we have 5 ice spears, and the chance to actually hit someone with one of the spears is bigger. And then power charge and critical. Quality would help a lot. It would be up to an additional 20% chance to gain, but yeah, it works as well. And then here we have a leveled up cost 1 damage taken. This makes sure that the less damage gets a bit down, so the discharge comes near the true value it would deal if we would cost it by ourselves. Then there's a leveled up discharge, a concentrated effect, so the discharge makes a lot more damage. Obviously the area of effect gets smaller, but as we are flickering around we should not have a problem with this because we're always on the mob that will want to deal damage, so should work. And there's a random mana leech. I just had no idea what to put in, so okay, more mana. And I got the auras with reduced mana, clarity and discipline. Maybe later on, if I get more mana leech on gear, I could drop the clarity. And purity of elements, I just have to run it at the moment because my gear is not top end, and yeah, I want to be capped. And it is allowed with my mana pool at the moment, so why not? In terms of gear, I use a Combs Primacy. It's a very reasonable, cheap axe. It deals a lot of damage, and it has Culling Strike, which for this build is way better than for a lot of other builds, because we just need to deal 90% of the HP of a white mob to still one-hit it and flicker to next and get the frenzy charge for it. So this helps a lot. Even with multi-strike and we hit in the melee splash and all, it's just nice to have. The damage is easy, and yeah. I 5-linked it myself. Buying a 5-link or a 6-link may of course be a bit more expensive. I was really lucky. I used 12 fusings, 10 or 12 fusings, and got the 5-link. So, and since I got this, so I could add the melee splash, the build works. Before this, it was a tedious thing to, yeah, I wasted 1 minute just to clear 1 screen of mobs because I could only hit 1. So I use a Slither Pinch. They are very cheap, These are almost perfect ones, and I got them for 1 alk, I guess. 4 linked them. They have life leech and mana leech. The mana leech is the important part here. So, because otherwise we can never sustain Flicker Strike. It uses 73 mana and 1.25 seconds. Of course, it's a multi-strike, so we use it 3 times for 1 times the mana cost, but still you just need mana leech. The rest of my gear, there's the dream fragments. Obviously, we need freeze immunity, otherwise we would just die. And yeah, it's a nice mana boost. The rest is just energy shield. Now let's take a look at the build. I just took the 40% mana because it's just a real nice node. I started with the attack speed. Yeah, there's some movement speed, but basically just went up to chaos inoculation. Obviously you don't want to take this as soon as you get there. Normally you want to level up to like level 50, 60 or whatever, and then change if you have really high energy shield gear. I changed with 32 just because I wanted to test the build and saw it worked, and then just leveled it up with the Flicker Strike and stuff. But this can be hard and it took a while, so you need Ghost Reaver, so your life leech goes to energy shield leech. There's the 2% mana leech, got this as well. I got the influence, 18% increased effect, 8% effect and 5% reduced. This makes sure my discipline gets a little bit more energy shield and I can run 3 auras more easily. Yeah, I just got the defense here, more energy shield here. Then I got the buff effect, the enforced cluster, because it affects my blood rage, so I'll leech more, and it affects my auras. Then I got this axe cluster here, 32% increased physical damage with axes is, I think it is the highest physical damage node in the entire tree. And the 2 nodes, 12% physical damage and 4% maximum energy shield, are actually the 2 nodes I looked at when I came up with the idea of this build. You could say, yes, I waste 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I waste 7, 10 int nodes just to get here, but I don't know. I feel like it's worth it. Then we go to the bottom, take the attack speed. Then we take unwavering stance. This is really important because we can't get stunned. We can't wait, but we don't care. And you need to get wall pack because otherwise you would kill yourself to reflect. Even with wall pack, you will die anyways. Don't do this build in hardcore. You will die. That's a promise. Yeah. We took wall pack, and now I'll just get this axe cluster here. I will get the big accuracy tree here. It's 24%, 12% damage and 24% accuracy and 8% damage. So I should hit a lot. Already took this. There's another 30% physical damage. And after this, I guess I'll go for 2% life leech more, so we can deal with the reflect a little bit easier. And this will be, I guess, that's it. So, obviously you just want to see me playing. I will do an easy mountain ledge map. It's half resist. I think I should be able to leech enough mana. I just didn't want to get my face smashed exactly when I tried to show it, so
go to bed, little nightmare.
Concerning flasks, you can see I use 2 granite flasks, so I get a lot of armor. I can use my distillate without suffering, and I use 2 silvers just to keep going a little bit faster, reach the next mob a bit faster, so my blood rate is less likely to go out. And normally I just keep 1 granite and 1 quicksilver up all the time. This has very specific reasons. As I mentioned before, you will die. This is because we don't appear dangerous. First of all, we use Flicker Strike. and there will be a point where you're missing. Almost guaranteed that golems have too much life. I need to get some distance. There will be a point where you're desync and your screen tells you something that you know exactly you're not where your screen should. You're maybe hanging in a mob. You can wait. Part of the problem is if you're not flickering on those two enemies that your screen shows because they don't get damaged somehow, just move your character. Press on the ground below and move some. Drag it around. In many cases this resets it and you're not safe again, but you know where you are and you react or flicker to the surrounding enemies if you're surrounded. The optimal solution would be to have a leaf slam, but I just don't have socket slam. So a leaf slam would help a lot because you'll be able to just leaf slam anywhere, jump out of packs that would surround you. So I guess it would be a little bit safer, but for now it works. And yeah, I hope the build looks fun because I built it with this in mind. It's not really a top build, and at the moment I'm a little bit disappointed by how low damage from Discharge and how few it actually triggers. If I start to do high level max, I'm level 72 now, so I'll do 66 and 67 for now anyways. But if I start to do high level max, I should get more damage, so my charges should trigger often, so I get more power charges, they do charges, I should discharge a bit more often. So, but even now, it's just cool. Using flicker strike from mob to mob and shooting ice spears. That's cool. That was the next side. Okay, there's the next. Okay. I'm dead. I'm not dead. That was close. That was a bad combination of the mobs I hit. Because yeah, that's still the biggest problem. If we don't kill anything, we don't get advantage jumps by blood rage, so the problem is on flicker, on leech, and yeah, okay, use that. But normally, most boss fights are surprisingly easy because oh yeah, or not, because you just die. That's what I said. Of course, I just had 4.2k energy shield. It's not a really safe build, and yeah, it's a promise. You will die. But, in my opinion, it's definitely worth it. Hope you had fun. See you.